Today I will be with you guys on another session of LTVA. Today guys, before we begin, I want to ask you one big little simple question before we start. And I know everyone should know it because we have class on Tuesday. And you should answer this question really quick, okay? So before we start guys, two questions together on one. In what unit are we in? And do you remember the name of the units? Go ahead and put it on the comment box. Hello, Jimena. Hello. Good morning, guys. Remember, here goes the question once again. In what unit number are we in? And what's the name of the unit? Okay, very good, Natalia. We're in unit number 3. And what's the name of the unit? Do you guys remember the name of the unit? Excellent, Jimena. Very good, Natalia. Very good. Unit number 3. But what's the name of the unit, you guys? You remember? Excellent, Brenda. Very good. Yes, this is strategy games. We see it right here. We have 9th grade, and we have the name that is strategy games. Okay. So today, don't worry, Jimena. Now let's try to remember. Okay. Unit number 3. Name of the unit: strategy games. Okay. So before we begin speaking about strategy games, we have to know which communications we have, right? But before we move on to the communications, I want you guys to tell me which communications do we have as a system in the game. Remember, we talked about it on Tuesday, but we have 3, okay, that we can use in a game. Which are the communication that we can use in the game? Go ahead and put it on the comment box. Very good, Diego. Very good, Jimena. Here we go. Which are the communication systems that we have or we can use in a game? Okay, Scarlett, put verbal, non-verbal, and written communication. Very good, very good. Now, since we have 3, can you guys tell me in the comment box, what does it mean verbal communication? What does it mean non-verbal communication? And what does you mean when you put written communication? In verbal communication, what do we do? Go ahead and write it down. Go ahead and write it down. I know you're writing it down. While you're writing it down, guys, remember, our statement of inquiry is the function of the strategy depends on the communication systems, okay? So basically it's telling us without the communication system, our function of a strategy won't work, okay? Very good. I see Natalia, she put nonverbal is when you use your body expression or a sign with your face. Excellent, very good. I see verbal communication when you shout out or giving instructions. Verbal talking, non-verbal signs. Okay, Brenda, very good, Scarlett. Yes, guys, you are very right. You are very right. But before we move on into a strategy, inside a strategy game, well, we already know the communications. Verbal communication, guys, is the communication when you communicate with words by speaking, okay? What I'm doing right now, guys, is verbal communication, okay? I'm giving you guys information by speaking, okay? But in a game, your coach or your team players are gonna communicate by speaking, right? So that's one communication that we have, right? We see it right here in this image. We see a trainer and we see kids around, and he's probably giving them a feedback or a communication by verbally, by telling them something or doing something or not doing something, right? Moving on to the next one, we have non-verbal communication, right? This is normally used when you use signs. So we see 3 pictures. We see 1, we see number 5 and number 6 doing 2 signals, okay? If I tell you what those 2 signals is, I would be lying. I don't know what he means by them 2 signals, but if he do this, it's telling his teammates behind, he's using communication, okay? That's a strategy way, okay? Then we have Another one, this is on baseball. You see the manager, this is the manager, and them is giving instruction to the guys who are gonna bat or who is in a base, okay? And this communication probably, it could be stealing a base, don't hit it too hard, hit it to the left, hit it to the right, or hit it upside. And those are strategy, guys, okay? We're gonna go more and moving on to that, okay? So non-communication, non-verbal is signs. When you don't speak, it's by doing signs or showing signals, okay? And written communication, guys, is when you write with letters or when you communicate with figures, okay? The figures you can communicate. In this image, I put an image, this image, why? Because you see a trainer, you see some players, and he has a board, right? And probably in the board, he writes down what are you gonna do? You're gonna do this, you're gonna do that. Player with a green shirt, you're gonna run, throw the ball to the blue shirt. We don't know, right? But it's when you use letters or even when you write with figures or show figures, okay? That's written communication. So we have 3 communications, right? We have verbal, non-verbal, and written communication, okay? So now that we know which communication systems we can use in a game, remember, in sports in general, okay? In general, not only on soccer, not only in basketball, not only in baseball, but in the whole sports, okay? So getting into a strategy. So communication is the base of a strategy, right? But what is a strategy? I asked you this question on Tuesday, and y'all still couldn't help me out with that word, but I hope now you remember what is a strategy. What is a strategy, guys? Tell me. Let me see. Put it on the comment box. What do you understand when you hear the word strategy? Or what's your definition of the word strategy? Put me some music right there. Let's see, let's see, let's see, let's see. Who's gonna be the good one? I wanna see, I wanna see. Oh, they're typing, they're typing, they're typing. What is a strategy? Come on, guys, come on, guys. I told you that on Tuesday. What is a strategy? What do you remember as a strategy? Let's think, let's think. Remember, we have a lot of type of strategies. Okay, I see Brenda. A plan of action designed to achieve something. Excellent job, okay? Very good, very good. Let's see, Scarlett. Strategy is when we organize and create a process to communicate and win something. Okay, okay, okay. Very good. Okay. Okay, to achieve something. Okay, okay, very good, Scarlett. Okay, basically, guys, when you make a strategy, it's a plan of action designed to achieve a long-term or overall term, okay, or overall aim. So when you make a strategy, we have strategy. You can make strategy even in your classes. If you want to get an A, you want to get a B, you want to get a C, you make strategies even to play a game, a video game. In your case, in the sports, we use strategy almost the same way, but it's much different, okay? I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. So how to set up a strategy? First, guys, to set up a strategy in a game or in a sport or in general, you have to set up a vision of what you want, okay? As a player and as a coach, what do you want? What do you want to do? So you have to think a vision on what you want to do. After that, as a player and as a coach, normally as a coach, you have to study the other team on what type of strategy do you want to use. Do you want to use an offensive strategy, or do you want to use a defense strategy? Or do you want to attack, or do you want to defend? What do you want? And after that, you have that second step, you have to see the abilities that you have in your players, okay? You cannot make a strategy just to make it. So you have to know your players or your teammates to make a strategy. Even as the team captain, you can make a strategy, okay, guys? That's why you're the captain of the team, and you are allowed to make decisions for the team, okay? Or in this case, for example, let's say Scarlett is the team captain, and Brenda and Natalia are her teammates. So Brenda's really quick, Natalia can pass the ball really fast, and let's say Carlos, in this case, is the good one on making goals. So as a coach, obviously, or in this case, Scarlett, she's the captain, she's gonna tell Natalia that she can pass really quick. She's gonna pass it really quick to Brenda. Brenda, she's quick with her feet. She's gonna run the fastest she can with the ball and pass it to Carlos that has a good aim. So that's my strategy, okay? But it's not only that way, okay? You have to use communication. Right there, I use verbal communication, but in a game, I'm gonna show you how to use it more better, okay? So I'm gonna show you guys some examples of a strategy, okay? These examples, guys, are in basketball. The first example that we have, let me get my keyboard. Even though you see it, I'm gonna go to the side. I'm gonna go to the side. So we see man-to-man. This strategy is when you have a really good offense you're going against, okay? It's not your offense, it's the offense that you're going against, and they're really quick, and what you want to do is stop them, okay? You want to stop them, okay? So in this case, you use man-to-man. What is man-to-man? We see the image, I'm still gonna put it. We have the court. We have 6 players on basketball, right? This X are my players, right? This is defense. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, okay? So each one of them, the circles are the offense. Each one of them are gonna play man-to-man on each one of the guys. So that means my strategy is this guy has to be with this one the whole game, okay? If me as a coach say the whole game we're gonna play man-to-man, that's my strategy, okay? So each one of them, if this one moves over here, the X is gonna move with the O. If this one moves, it's gonna move. It's gonna move, it's gonna move, okay? So that's one strategy, okay? But this strategy, guys, is used normally when you're going against a team that is really fast, is moving too quick. So what you want to do is stop them, okay? You want to get them tired, because when you have man-to-man, that means you have to follow the other guy, to the other guy, to the other side, to the other side, okay? And that's really tired. And that will make the other team have another strategy. And if the strategy of the other team changes, that means your strategy is going to change. Let's go to a next one. Give me a second. We're going to go to the next one. The next one, guys, this strategy is going to be, it's a play, okay? Remember, a play can be a strategy, okay? The formation is a strategy, a play is a formation. So remember, we talked in class on Tuesday that we have communication inside the game. So we have this game. We have 1 down below. We have 2 over here. We have 3 over here. We have 4 and 5. You see lines, right? Going over inside, right? Number 1, what is he gonna do? Listen up. Number 1, he is gonna pass the ball to number 3, okay? To number 3. While number 2 is running and going down, okay? Yes, number 5 is going to set a pick to number 1 so he can pass the ball to number 3. And while number 3 is getting the pass, number 3 is going to make the basket, okay? In this case, okay? That's why you have these lines. How will you guys make a communication of this play? Tell me. Because you cannot tell your players, we cannot tell our players, okay, guys, number 3, number 2, you're going to do this, you're going to do that in the game, because it won't be a strategy. How will you guys use it? What type of communication will you use? Will you use verbal? Will you use written communication? Or will you use non-verbal communication on this example? Let me see. Which type of communication will you use, guys? Tell me. Which communication system will you use to communicate this strategy to your team? Okay? Or to make it overcome to your team? Somebody, will you use verbal communication? Will you use non-verbal communication? Or will you use written communication? Which communication system do you think it will make this strategy go the way that you want to? Mostly non-verbal. Very good, Scarlett. Yes, mostly we're going to use non-verbal communication. First, what you have to do is train this game, this strategy, right? You cannot go to the game and just do this strategy. Yes, I can show you me as a coach, I can tell you, right? Let's, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I can call a timeout, right? I can say timeout. And I can show you the play. Yes, I can show you the play, okay? That's one way of the strategy. I can tell, like for example, Scarlett, this is you. You're gonna pass, this is number 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, and this is 6. I will tell Scarlett to pass the ball to number 2. In this case, let's say Natalia, right? Let's use numbers, right? We're gonna pass the ball to number 2. And then number 2 is gonna pass the ball to number 3. While number 4 is going to try to go inside to make the basket, okay? So I can show you this play and make it up, right? I can use written communication. I can show you, right? But it's more effective if we train this strategy and go to the game and say, okay, guys, this play is right here behind me. This play, when Scarlett is coming up bouncing the ball, she's gonna raise her hand up, and this number 2 is gonna be this play. Okay? So automatically, number 3, player number 5, player number 4, player number 2 knows what to do. Okay? She didn't say nothing, and the coach didn't say nothing, but show up the 2, Scarlett, show up the 2. Scarlett shows the 2, and everyone moves and makes a strategy. Okay? So a strategy, guys. If you want to use this type of plays or strategy, it's for 1 point. It's an offensive strategy. It's trying to make a basket over the other team or make a point or even win a game or even win a championship. Yes? So that's the point of using a strategy, okay? Now we have another examples of strategies. We can see it over here. We have, remember guys, I told you strategies are game systems, okay? This is a game system. We have 2-3, we have 3-2, we have 1-3-1, we have 2-1-2, and we have 1-2-2, right? Those are all strategy, guys, okay? It depends, remember, which type of strategy do you want to use in a sport. That's why I told you at the beginning, before making a strategy, you have to know what you want, what you're aiming to. Then you have to know the other team, okay? So this 2-3, guys, basically what is do, you have 2 on the top. Remember, it calls 2-3 because you have 2 on the top. You have 2 on the top, you have 2 players on the top, and you have 3 players down below, okay? Down the basket. This is the basket, right? This is the basket right here. And this is called 2-3, right? 2 players up top, 3 players down below. And what this strategy wants is to cover down below, okay? It's covering down below. Why? Because probably the other team, what it's doing, they're trying to cross inside. They're trying to cross inside. They're doing this, and this part right here is staying without coverage. So what you want to do is have coverage on that side, okay? That's on a 2-3 defense, okay? Because that's a defense. Then we have a 3-2. Sorry guys, I have my eraser, it's too small. Then we have a 3-2. We have a 3-2. Now, what you want over here in this strategy is that up here, probably the other team, they're shooting too much outside, okay? They're shooting too much outside. They're making 3-pointers. And what you have to take care is upside, okay? Up top, okay? Down right here, and down right here. This part right here is not too well covered because probably the other team is not coming inside. So that's why you have to remember, guys, in a game, you can come up with a strategy. You can come and make a strategy, but probably the strategy can change by the way the game is moving, okay? Don't think because you make a strategy, that strategy has to be the whole game. No, it could change, okay? The strategy can change, and it can change from there, and then it can change back to the first one, or even though those two strategies that you have to make one, okay? So remember, each of the strategies that you have offensive strategies and you have defensive strategies, okay? So let's go on to the next strategy. Probably you guys are saying, okay, teacher's only talking about basketball. We have strategies on soccer too. Of course, we have strategies on soccer. Up here we have a 4-5-1. We have a 4-2-3-1. And we have a 3-2-2-3, okay? These three strategies that we have, guys, once again, it depends on what you want to do, okay? And soccer, guys, the communication. Okay, I was about to tell you guys, but all my soccer guys, every guy that plays soccer, or some of you guys that play soccer, tell me, guys, what type of communication you use on soccer? In soccer, guys, it's normally used only one communication, okay? Which type of communication, my soccer guys, do we use or do you use when you play soccer? Tell me. Somebody want to tell me? Nobody? Normally in soccer, guys, we use verbal communication, okay? It's really difficult to use non-verbal communication as signs. You use them sometimes by doing this. Hey, you move that way by saying, but normally you have to shout out because remember when you play soccer, when I'm professional, it's too much noise or you have to shout out too hard. And most of the time you're moving from one place to another, okay? It's not like another sport. So I'm gonna make an example of the 3-2-2-3, guys. Remember, each formation has a name. Each formation has a name. So because it's 3, okay, 3 on top, yes. Then we have 2. Remember, this is soccer formation, okay? Then we have another 2. And then we have 3. And we have a 1. And the formation is called 3, 2, 2, 3, okay? Without counting the goal, okay? This is the goal, okay? Remember, we have position. This is the goalkeeper, okay? Goalkeeper. So, tell me, guys, this formation or this game strategy, what will you use it in? To defend or to attack? In which formation, this formation, 3-2-2-3, you have 3 on top, you have 4 in the middle. Let's say this is the middle, right? This is the half court, or in this case, the field, because it's a field, not a court. And then you have 3 on the bottom. This formation or this game strategy, what will you use it in? Tell me. We have 3-2-2-3. Me, Teacher Hector, I will use this formation to attack. Okay? Why would I use this game strategy to attack? Because I have 3 on top. I have 3 forwards. Tengo 3 delanteros. I have 3 forwards. I have 4 midfielders that can spread the ball from either top and top. And my down below defense, it's not that well covered, but this strategy is to defend. Okay? Probably I'm going against a team that doesn't have a good defense. So what I want to do is attack, make goals, okay? Most of you guys that see soccer, play soccer, you're probably the ones that goes to the team of Tigres. Your trainer, the name of Baituca, he plays with a defense of 4-5-1. Sometimes he's a defensive. He likes his defensive strategies, and that doesn't mean that it's bad. That he's trying to he wants the team to come with an offense strategy, so he can come back with an offensive strategy. Okay. So remember, your strategies can change. I'm gonna show you one last one. And this is another strategy, okay? Let's see the image. Remember, in soccer, you still have plays, okay? We still have plays. Even as a coach, I can tell you guys, this player, this player, this player, this player, this is the way we're gonna do the play. This guy gonna grab the ball, he's gonna pass it to this one is gonna pass it to this one to this one, and the other one is gonna run while the forward is gonna pass it to him, and we're gonna make a goal, okay? But you can learn and you can see this strategy. You can make this strategy at the beginning of the game. I can tell you guys, we're gonna use this strategy, okay? At the beginning of the game or at the middle of the game, let's try to do this game, okay? But it all depends too, guys, on the other team, okay? So that's why I told you, what vision do you want, okay? You have to study the other team, okay? And then see the abilities that your team players have, okay? Because that's the way to make a strategy more efficient, okay? And therefore, what type of communication system are you gonna use, okay? Obviously, if you use non-verbal communication or written communication by showing a board with an image or even making a sign, that is gonna make your strategy much better, okay? If I say, Scarlet, run, the other team is gonna hear that Scarlet is gonna run, right? So our strategy has to change in a game. Probably yes. It all depends on the other team. Okay. One last big question before I go, guys. So can you have a good strategy, guys, without a game system? So can you have a good strategy without a game system? And up here we have a field. You see the image right here, guys? It has game systems. It's talking about a goal, attacking, pass, passing the ball, okay? Shoot, defense. Can you guys, yes or no? Can you have a good strategy without a game system? Tell me. Yes, no, probably not, probably yes. In my case, guys, I don't think we can have a good strategy without a game system, because a game system is a strategy, okay? So we cannot have a game system without a strategy, okay? So a game system, guys, is a strategy. Without a game system, won't be no strategy, okay? Even though if we go to the court and just sit and let you do whatever you want, it won't be a strategy, okay? So a strategy, guys, have to remember, each strategy has a game system. It has a way to play. It has a way to communicate. The communication systems are the more important part of your strategy, because it's the way you're gonna involve your strategy inside, okay? So do any of you guys have a question on strategy, on communication, guys? Very good, Scarlett. Yes, I think we cannot. Probably somebody think yes. If you think yes, you can tell me in class next week and tell me why you think you can have a good strategy without a game system, okay? In my case, I already told you guys why not. Because a strategy, a game system is a strategy. And without a game system, you won't have no strategy, okay? Basically that, what I just showed you guys were examples of the examples how you can make a game system. Formation, that is called that way too. We have formation, each team, we have in volleyball, we have in baseball, we have in basketball, we have in soccer. Normally you don't have formation on swimming, but you have a role in swimming, okay? If it's in teams, you have a role and you have a strategy too, okay? Each sport has a strategy. We're gonna talk more in that in class. And if you have any question, guys, you can write it down and tell me on Tuesday, okay? I was happy to be here, guys. I hope you learned a lot. Thank you for having me here one more day. And I will see you till the next time, guys. Thank you very much. Bye-bye, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.
Hola a todos, yo soy Roberto.
Y yo soy Ilse.
Y estamos aquí para invitarlos todos los viernes a las 9:30 de la mañana a su programa Fuxon,
en donde nos vamos a adentrar en todo lo relacionado a la literatura y a sus escritores.
Todo esto y más solamente en Fuxon.